Welcome to ET Energy World. Today we have with us Mr. I.S. Jha, Chairman and Managing Director, Power Grid Corporation of India. The Minister has announced huge investments for the transmission sector, and with generation coming up so aggressively and so much emphasis being given on distribution, where do you see transmission sector position today?
You are right that a lot of investments have been announced. Basically, seeing the congestion in last years, and also the lot of renewable energy are coming up. And MOP has put the target of 1 lakh crore tendering in this year. Out of this 1 lakh crore, about 60,000 crore, 55 to 60,000 crore is being done by Power Grid. A good percentage of this 65,000 we have already done, tendering done. And now award processes are going on. And that's why I am seeing there is a lot of potential in the transmission business, and coming years will be very good for transmission.
Right. How do you see the sector shaping up with more and more private companies coming up in the transmission sector, and what does it mean for Power Grid?
You mean that private in transmission?
Yes.
Actually, the private, it is open up to private company, basically to bring the competition so that the cost benefit goes to the customer as well as service should improve. And Power Grid, as its most experienced, most number of transmission lines, has a major share in this. And as on date, since January 11, we are participating. Near about 40% projects owned by the Power Grid. That's a good percentage. Ultimately, I am seeing that the 2-3 good parties will be there in the picture, in line with the practices being seen in other countries also. And that's why it is going very well. Everybody will have the share. There is a lot of potentials in this.
What kind of asset capitalization do you see for Power Grid going ahead?
This year is quite good for Power Grid, and in the last 3 quarters, we have already done the 23,000 crores. And in coming quarter, we can guess that it will be quite a good number. And that's why I think we'll cross all the past records in this year.
Okay. What is the capex plan for Power Grid in the coming time? And is the capex plan for the company for 2015-16 on track?
Yeah, that is the beauty that we have planned 1,10,000 crore in the 12th plan. Out of this year, we have kept 22,500 crores. And already we have done the capex of 15,500 or 16,000 crores, which is near about 65 to 70%. And that's how we are very much sure that we'll cross this capex also in this year also.
Okay. The government is laying a lot of emphasis on renewable projects. Thus arises the need for green corridors. How is Power Grid preparing itself for this?
As you know that the Power Grid is the pioneer for developing the green corridor. Green corridor is nothing, it is the transmission system to integrate the renewable energy with the existing grid. And that we are naming it green corridors. And Government of India rightly has a lot of emphasis on the renewable energy. Power Grid has given the task to develop the transmission system. Basically, the basic challenge with the green corridor means transmission system for renewable is to complete the line matching with the generation who have the very less gestation period. And that's why Power Grid has designed the transmission system in such a way, like a small part, so that we can able to do it. Or as on date, under green corridor, we have already tendered and already under construction. Major part of the green corridor is already under construction. In addition to that, we are developing the transmission system for the solar parks, and 9 solar park has been given to us, and we have already tendered out for 4 numbers of solar parks.
Talking about new projects, do you think that the current need of the hour is to make the existing substations more and more efficient by using modern technology like the GIS or SIS?
No, actually, whenever we plan, we always see that existing system should be utilized optimally. We always see, and that's why when we develop the new alternatives, there is always one alternative is reconducting or increasing the capacity of the substation, etc. there, so that existing system will be optimized. As far as GIS, etc. is concerned, it is basically the new technology which we are using it to consume the land, because here land requirement is 1/5 of the conventional. Of course, in existing substation, if you go to expand the existing substation, there also we use GIS, so that in less space we can do more. That is the thing.
TND losses have become a huge concern for the industry right now. According to you, what are the main reasons for the losses, and what is the solution for this going ahead?
See, if you see the TND loss, TND loss is really concern thing, but in TND loss, the major part is distribution. In transmission, it is the 3 and 4%. That is the only we pertain to. That is the technical loss. It is as per the international things. Further optimization of this transmission loss less than 3 and 4% is the costly affair. That's why this is a very optimal loss. Transmission loss is not so much bothersome. Distribution loss is really concern. Government is doing number of things like IPDS, then now Uday has come, commitment has come, and that's all our efforts are being done to reduce the losses. Metering, smart metering. There are so many things being done under IPDS scheme to reduce this TND losses, which is basically pertain to distribution.
Okay. So transmission is still at a very comfortable position.
Very comfortable.
Okay. Going ahead, where do you see more of your revenues coming from? From the tariff-based competitive bids or from the nomination projects?
See, as on date, if you see the total project Power Grid has, of course the private has just started. The tariff bidding is just started from 11 in Power Grid, and if you see the all over India basis, hardly 3 and 4 transmission project has been commissioned. That's a Power Grid. Whatever the business today we have, the major pie is coming from the regulated transmission system, which have been awarded earlier. Of course, in coming days or coming years, the more and more tariff competitive bidding will come, because now, as per the rule, all the transmission system will be awarded through the competitive bidding, except some exemption where the system is required very fast. Okay. There only it is given. Otherwise, tariff bidding will be the dominating factor in coming years.
So also, could you give us a sense as in how are the rate of returns different in both projects?
See, in the regulated business, our rate of return is the fixed by the government CRC. And in tariff bidding, there is some flexibility there for Power Grid. But still, what we do, I should not say the picture, but we are maintaining the same, because we cannot afford to less. We cannot afford the government to give a very high cut. We are maintaining the more or less same, but it is the strategy we adopt project to project, depending upon what type of project we are taking up. If it is very tough terrain, etc., we put the factors of that right of way or anything. And cost plus basis is the actual cost, whatever it comes.
Okay. The government plans to separate the central transmission utility from Power Grid. What does this mean for Power Grid?
See, the CTU is basically a very big thing. CTU is that designated Power Grid has been designated. Assuming that is a government company, will need to ensure the development of transmission system as per the Act. But in this process, there is a one part when it is open to private company. then what happened that planning and awarding becoming the very crucial. Or as on date, to avoid the conflict of interest, planning is done by CTU in association with CE, etc. And it is being tendered out by PFC and REC so that there should not be any conflict of interest, are being monitored by CEA. Today the thinking is that being the activity at different places, they may not be so controlled thing. That's why they are trying to put the city planning side as well as this target together. As far as impact on power grid concerned, it is hardly, because we know that there is no conflict of interest. That's why I don't think so. And it is going to impact power grid. Like, as far as revenue is concerned, as far as business is concerned, I think it is good for the sector.
Power Grid has recently completed the Nagarjuna Sagar project. What are the other projects can we expect that are coming up in the coming months?
There are a number of projects. We are going to the second part of this project itself, Srikakulam Bemagari. It is coming up in next year, July, August. Then we are going to complete the Nagapattinam system by March 16.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to complete all the project in time, and not only time, within the cost which we have put it.
What kind of revenues can we expect from the Nagarjuna Sagar project and the other project that you mentioned?
I don't remember whatever we have quoted. This as per the quote, because that is a fixed. Everybody knows that.
What is your take on congestion that is happening in the transmission sector and the transmission network right now, and that the government is so worried about?
Yeah, actually, you mean the transmission congestion.
Yes.
Actually, congestion was the problem 6 months back or 1 year back. That was basically because the load generation scenario has changed. Like in southern region, number of generation was to come, which has not come up. And on the other hand, in western region, lot of generation has come up, load has not come up. And that's why they wanted to change their destination of the power supply towards the southern region. And that's why congestion has come up. And to remove this congestion, a number of transmission lines has been planned. And in last 1 year, we have commissioned at least 8 to 10 number of transmission lines. And as on date, the congestion is almost over. And not only that, to take care of future, number of transmission lines are underway, under planning, under constructions. It is being targeted that the transmission capacity to southern region, where there is a major congestion was felt, from today it is the 5,000 capacity, 5 to 6,000 capacity, it will increase to 18,000 capacity by 2019. Similarly, transmission capacity to northern region will increase from the 6,000 to 18,000 by the 18,000 megawatt by the 2019. That's why there is a full-fledged plan on the paper, on the construction. Today, the congestion has already over, and it is going to take care of future also. That's why congestion will not be a problem in coming months.
Great. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.